Shahar. Welcome back to my channel, to The Witchy Reader. So I'm going to be talking about queer books that I absolutely love. This list is obviously going to grow in the future, which means in a few years from now, I'm probably going to do an updated list because there's obviously going to be more books in the future that I read. I just did a video where I was talking about queer books that I want to read, so some of those could end up being on the list if I end up loving them. So years time, I could do an updated list on more books that I really enjoy that are queer. So I have a few books here that I own. There's several that I don't own that I want to own soon, hopefully. So, okay. So I have on this list, where is it? A Dance of Bo and Blay. I'm currently rereading this book. I read it once. I actually beta read it, so I read it before it was even published. And I own the physical copy now. I own a lot of L.A. Lieberman's books now. She actually signed this for me. It was awesome. It says, I have the second ever paperback of the book. So that was awesome. And she's the best. I absolutely love her. So, I don't know if I ever showed this book channel. It's relatively new. I got it a couple months ago. My coworker, who is amazing, went to Florida for a vacation, and she saw this and thought of me and got it. So that was really sweet. But that's the bookmark I'm currently using because I absolutely love it. It has a butterfly wing. Okay. But I absolutely love this book. It is a sapphic retelling of King Arthur and Robin Hood. So it combines the two fairy tales, and obviously sapphic, so it did gender swap them, but it works really well. I absolutely love both characters. They are both. This is obviously is like a fantasy romance, because it's obviously like magic and stuff. It's in a fantastical world, and it does have to do with their relationship, but you also get to see both characters as individuals as well. Sometimes romances I feel like that. I'm usually not into like a pure romance, but I feel like there's also so much more to this book than just the romance, as well as the character arcs separately because they have very um good character arcs that aren't even totally tied in with each other. Which is always nice. Plus, you get some of these surrounding characters. Okay, the knights are a lot of fun, and so are Robin's crew, the merry women, I guess, because I think they're mostly women in here, and I absolutely love that. And I absolutely love the relationship. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with them. Robin and Art are amazing. They're so cute, and they have become one of my favorite ships. Absolutely love reading about them. I love rereading this book. Can't wait for it to be all tabbed. But it became one of my favorite books to read. I absolutely love it. And I will say that I absolutely love the ending. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was so refreshing to see. A lot of times in romances that have two characters from like two different worlds, like one of them will make the sacrifice to be together, and they don't do that. They don't sacrifice what's important to them to be together. They find a way to have what they want, be where they want, and still be together. And I love that. I think the ending was perfect for these characters because honestly, even though I love the characters, if either one of them sacrificed a part of themselves to be together, I would have been disappointed, and one reason why I'm not into most romances. But yeah, but I'm so glad they didn't do that. I absolutely love the story that this took, and it's just amazing. I absolutely fell in love with it. So highly recommend this book. I also have on my list 7 Years Love, which I just finished. My okay, my tabs fell. I It's also by Elliot Lieberman, and I don't know where to put this. I've seen it everywhere. Okay, and this I was beta reading, so it's not yet published, but hopefully soon. Within next, so hopefully you guys can grab your copy soon. But this is about but this was interesting. It's about pirates, and it was really interesting because Taryn ends up on the cruise, the ghost ship to steal something, and she obviously gets captured, and they decide not to kill her by letting her like work there. And Cordelia is the captain of the ship, and it's a ghost ship. She's called the Pirate Witch, so she has magic, and her entire crew is dead. She's not dead, but her crew is, including her lover Esme. And I love the relationship. There's some angst and tension because of the situation they're in, but I also love the ending. I was not expecting that. I didn't know how this was gonna get resolved, like at all. But I love the ending. I thought it was so unexpected and so sweet. And I love how they managed to end up together despite everything that was in their way. Um, but you get to see how much they love each other, not just in the things they do when they're together, but obviously, also just think like sometimes like they both are talk to Taryn at different times, explaining like their love for each other, and you can really see just in the movements and the way their eyes follow each other, how much they love each other despite everything. You even get a glimpse into the past, see how they met, a glimpse into the past, see how Esme and the crew died. So it's just really interesting, and it was a lot of fun to read. I highly recommend this book when it does come out. I absolutely loved it, so definitely check it out. House of Towers of Memories by Alyssa Loughton. This is an amazing series as well. I am on book 7. Technically, book 7 is not even out yet. It's not even done yet. But she sent me the what like first 20 to 25 chapters, I think. I might be wrong, but something like that. But Seraphina is asexual, and see, there's her uh her friend Celica is dating Angelina, and they're really cute. Her cousin and slash friend Jarek is dating a guy. I always forget his name. uh, but so lots of queer characters. So definitely an amazing queer read, but it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love because Seraphina's like cursed. She goes to this magical school. There's several different towers, and the tower chooses you, and that's kind of your home for the next 5 years. I think you're at the school for 5 years. And Dragon Tower is also kind of alive, and is also very rare because Dragon Tower is very specific. It only accepts 1 or 2 students at most a year, and they didn't want like a student to be like completely alone in Dragon Tower for their 5 years and whatever. So they ended up making a rule that any tower has to have at least 5 students to even be allowed to be a tower that year. And for the Seraphina's joining, and for the first time in like I think good 100 years, Dragon Tower accepts 5 students. So after a careful decision, they decide to open Dragon Tower, let the 5 of them be there. Their friend group, I absolutely love their friend group. I absolutely love all these characters. They're all amazing. I've talked about this book series. A lot of the indie books that I'll be mentioning, I've talked about on this channel. So there will be reviews and stuff you can look into if you want to get more in-depth reviews about what the books are about, how much I love them, and whatnot. But definitely check out all these books; they're amazing. And but yeah, so Seraphina's cursed, so they have to try to help that. It kind of blocks her magic and makes her magic a little wild and dangerous. So they're trying to fix that. As well, there's a lot of drama, a lot of twists and turns and surprises. I know there was a big surprise in book 5 that had me gasping, and then the end of book 6 was something. So yeah, definitely check out this series. It's amazing. So yeah. And then The Mantis Variant by Adam Andrews Johnson. This was also a really good one. It has to do with found family. Not much romance, but I'm okay with that. But there are queer characters. There's the Mystic and his husband. They are so adorable. Absolutely love them. I also, not gonna lie, I ship Agrel and Lahari. Nothing ever comes of them because of certain events in book 1, unfortunately. But I still, I think they were cute together. Um, and basically is about people with superpowers. They have like this mantis gland in their brain, so people can kill them, eat it, and gain their superpowers. And people also hate these people with powers, so they're also kind of hated and stuff. But they all end up finding each other, becoming this big found family. There's this drag queen and their partner and I absolutely love them. Aunt Peggy is awesome, and they control an orphanage, and it's really sweet. And I love this found family. They're all just so amazing, and everything the Mystic and his husband does for this found family also is just so amazing. I absolutely love this book, this series. There's 5 out so far, I believe. I've read all of them. The Librarian and the Assassin, which is also by Adam Andrews Johnson, which is a sapphic story about, well, a librarian and an assassin. And it's a lot of fun as well. And the couple's so sweet, and I love because they're so healthy. Because I love it how they are able to be together despite a few obstacles, and they don't hold it against each other. Like they stay pretty to get together, and I absolutely love it. Then I have Clown Worm, which is also by Adam Andrew Johnson, and this one was really interesting too. It's more of a horror story, and of course he writes a lot of horror. A lot of these are horror, except for the Librarian and the Assassin one. But the two main characters end up in a different realm, and now they're all of a sudden in part of this rebellion to stop the evil like head of it, the king, I think it was. And one of the main characters is gay, so there's that. And it was just a lot of fun, and I definitely enjoyed it. Then I have Malediction by Katarina King, and it stars Scarlett. Her friend that she meets, Eli, is gay. But books 1 and 2 are out. Book 3 finally is coming out soon, I think, this year. I just don't remember when. I'm gonna have to look it up because I'm definitely gonna have to grab it. I own books 1 and 2. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love Scarlett. She's amazing, and I love the friendship with Eli and how Eli still manages to have a role in book 2 despite what happens, and it's really interesting. There's this whole cult thing, and I just really enjoy the story. I love their friendship. And then book 2 follows Scarlett's hardly in it, because you follow Scarlett's brother Hunter, and but the third book I think brings them both together. So now they're together once again, and yeah, so definitely highly recommend. And then I have Six of Crows and the sequel to Kingdom. One of my all-time favorites. I love the crows. I love the heist. I love the characters. I love the found family, and I love the ships. I love everything about this book, really. And Jesper and Wyland is like one of my all-time favorite ships ever, and they're just amazing. I am obsessed with them, and I love their story in the books and in the TV show because their story is a bit different in them and stuff. But I absolutely love their relationship in both. They have this cute, flirty banter, and they kind of didn't get along always at first. But they definitely have this connection, and I still find it funny how Kaz kept pairing them together. It's like Kaz was secretly a matchmaker, because everyone knew, even before they knew. But they are just so adorable. I love how much, and it's like neither one of them thinks they're necessarily good for the other. They both think low of themselves, but then highly of the other. And I don't know, I just really like that dynamic. But I absolutely love them. Highly, highly recommend if you haven't read them already. Ow. And then, let's see. And then I have The Sun and the Star. I'm gonna be reading the sequel, Court of the Dead, soon. But Sun and Star was really good. I read it once. I'm gonna reread it and have it before I read The Court of the Dead. But it follows it's Percy Jackson's book. It follows Nico, son of Hades, and Will, son of Apollo. I really love their dynamic. They're so opposite, not just in personality wise, but the fact that son of Hades, son of Apollo. You can't get any more opposite than that, I don't think. But it's a lot of fun, and I love the story while they're in Tartarus, and because Nico had this quest that he just had to do, and Will wasn't gonna let him go alone. And I love their story and how they connect and how their relationship isn't always easy from how different they are, but they make it work in the end, and I absolutely love it. You start to see them in the last book of Heroes of Olympus, then you see glimpses of them in Trials of Apollo, and then they finally got their own book, duology, so that is a lot of fun. And then One of Us is Lying. I absolutely ended up loving that book. And one of the main characters, Cooper, is gay. He has a relationship with Chris, and he was kind of in the closet at first, and then he kind of gets out, and it was really sad, actually. And then he has this whole thing because his dad doesn't fully accept it and stuff. So yeah. But that was a really good book series. It's kind of like Breakfast Club, like these mismatched teenagers end up, but one of them dies, and now the four of them are accused of murder. So now, and it's not like any of them got along or were friends or anything. Now they're like trying to prove that they didn't do it, trying to figure out what happened to him. The twist of what actually happened, I did not see coming. That was good. And then there's These Witches Don't Burn. This was a duology. It was really good. I only read it once, and that was years ago. I want to buy them and reread them because it's been forever. But it's about witches, obviously, and covens, and Hannah is a lesbian, and she's the main character. And it's just really good and interesting. There is definitely sad points, and she's also dealing with a toxic ex-girlfriend, but then she meets Morgan and falls in love, and yeah. Then St. Juniper's Brawley, which is more of a paranormal romance, and basically, Jamie, is trapped inside this house, and Theo is crossing by and finds it, and he ends up meeting this girl too, who is a witch, and so he gets her to help, and they start working together to try to free him, but then the two of them fall in love, and they have a really cute romance, and they're completely opposite. And Jamie has like low self-esteem, so he doesn't know why someone as amazing as Theo likes him, but Theo does, and it's just really adorable. And then I have Hocus Pocus in the all-new sequel. Grab it right here. This is really good. I read it several times. I absolutely love this. For anyone who's a fan of Hocus Pocus, there's a sequel that came out years before that awful movie that came out. I have issues with that movie for a lot of different reasons, and they should have followed the sequel book because this is 10 times better. 25 years later, after all this happened, Max and Allison are married and have a, is she 16, 17-year-old daughter? And she has a crush on this girl, Isabella, and she has a best friend, Travis, and a friend of me, Katie. Katie is the daughter of one of the bullies, like the one with the long blonde hair, I think is the one that she's the daughter of. And so they end up bringing back the Sanderson sisters, but they do it differently. And it is so much better than even the original movie, and I will stand by that because the stakes are 10 times higher, and it's just so good. And I love Poppy and Isabella; they are so cute, and I love Poppy and Travis's friendship as well. And yeah, the stakes are like 10 times higher. Basically, like as you know from the movie, they all they had to do was buy time, stop these sisters from succeeding until a certain point, and then the spell makes them go away if they do not succeed. But in the sequel, what happens is they accidentally bring them out of hell by replacing people in hell. So Max, Allison, and Danny end up in hell while the Sanderson sisters are free. And so, but they have a certain amount of time to reverse the spell, or it becomes permanent. So the stakes are 10 times higher. Plus, they are putting more and more innocent people in hell to release more bad witches. Plus, you still get to see Binks and Emily as ghost forms helping them. And a fourth Sanderson sister you did not know, but she is good. So yeah, a lot of fun. Also, Rise of Kyoshi for my Avatar Last Airbender fans. I need to read the more of the Avatar books because I know they have some about Roku and was it Yuri? That one was. So yeah, I need to get those. But I actually love this book. I don't own the second one. I think I read it once though, so I have to buy it. And yeah, but Kyoshi is bisexual. She at first is in love with what is it? Yun? I don't remember his name. It's been a long time since I've seen this. Yeah, Yun. I was right. And but then she ends up falling for Rangi, and they have such a cute romance. I absolutely love them together. And then Vanquishers. I actually only read the first book, but it was really good. It was really interesting. It's kind of middle school, but it's really interesting. A friend group and vanquishers who defeat vampires, but they think vampires are gone, but maybe they're not, and they start to come back. Then I have Monster High Scare Master, which was a lot of fun. Is a comic, and there were several different ones, but one of them had to do with Valentine. I guess he was redeemed. I explained more of this in one of my videos I did. I don't remember which one, but and he goes on this whole journey with Spelden, and they kind of end up having a connection, and they fall for each other. Valentine doesn't want to feel anymore, I think is the plot, and so Spelden is like, yeah, there's a potion for that. Turns out that's not actually true, and there's not. He just wanted to spend more time with Valentine, which I find so adorable, and so they kind of end up together. There is another comic series that has to do with the two of them, so I'm going to look into that because I want to read that. And then the last one on my list is The Legend of Korra Turf Wars, which follows right after Legend of Korra ended. And you get to see Korra and Asami. They go on their spirit trip. They have a lot of fun. Then they come back. Things aren't always easy because Korra's hot-headed. And so they go through some trials. You also get to see them tell everyone that they are a couple and see their first kiss. And it's also and I absolutely love Korra and Asami together. I always have, even on the show before I ever read the comics. I always like. I know there's people that are like, oh, their relationship came out of nowhere, whatever. Like, no, it didn't. If you actually watched the show and actually paid attention, it was obvious. I started noticing a connection in season 3, but if you missed that, I'm like, okay, fine. They just look like they're really close friends at that point. But if you did not see it by the very beginning of season 4, then I don't trust your judgment. I don't, because how did you not see what was going on in season 4? Like, the animators made it so obvious, and so many people still missed it. But I actually saw an analyzer say that that's because a lot of people have like straight goggles on, and unless they flat out say "I like you" or if they have them kiss, a lot of people won't realize it. Not me. Maybe it's because I'm not straight, so I when I see like a connection between any character, I'm like, yeah, there's something more here. But apparently, not a lot of people are like that, so I don't know. But moving on. That was it for this list. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment your favorite queer reads. If you have any you want to recommend, I would love to hear them, and I'll chat to you guys below. Until next time.